Sponsored by Jeans Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the official dealership of Life in Alaska.
Hello, Interior Alaska. Joe Cook here, still recovering from my 49ers losing yesterday. But besides the Super Bowl, there were other big games in the interior. So let's start the weekend recap. It was the best hockey game I've seen. I mean, two rivals, big plays, physicality, even controversy. Everything needed for a classic game. And the 4A Mid-Alaska Conference Championship was just that, a classic. The scoring started early with West Valley scoring 2 goals in the first period, one by Gabe Rankin and the other by Eric Weber. The Malamutes, though, they would come back in the second period, first with Connor Nielsen from the blue line, and then Cameron Walker, hey, he would knock in a close one. It's tied at 2-2. Both goalies played well. Heroic save after heroic save. So we fast forward to double overtime. Lathrop in front of the net, and he got a score. It's over, or was it? The refs waved it off because the puck was kicked in, so there was no goal. West Valley's Chris Nikolai would score shortly after that, and he puts it away, and that's it. It's over. The Wolfpack celebrate, ending their MAC title drought.
Walk me through that last play, man, the game winner.
I don't know. I was just going hard to the net and came out to me, and I just let it all go on one shot. Emotional roller coaster. I mean, they tied it up, and we got a lucky break, and we just had to pull this one off.
The all-tournament team was announced. Blake Wade of North Pole, Ty Bazin of Juneau Douglas, Lathrop's Connor Nielsen, and Max Blankenship were selected. West Valley had 4 selections: Matt Taylor, Eric Weber, Zach Saveride, and Ty Munson, who was sidelined due to an illness. The state playoffs are set, and West Valley gets Diamond, while Lathrop will face South Anchorage. And also in the Greatland Conference, Hutchinson and Monroe, they will lock horns again, and Houston and Delta Junction will also face off. In the 4A State Wrestling Championships this weekend, West Valley's Dady Agnew took home the state title in the 126-pound weight class. Agnew, a senior, goes out on top, finishing with a 36-1 record. He won 15-9 over Eddie Burris, a senior out of Kodiak. Agnew was the only interior finalist to get an individual championship. South Anchorage won the team title at 226 points. North Pole finished 6th at 126, leading all interior teams. North Pole's Gage Wright, Moo Rogers, Lathrop's Sam Zimmerman, and West Valley's Highland Story finished in 2nd in their respective weight classes. Congrats to Agnew and to all the interior wrestlers. And now the Naniks basketball team couldn't get a pair of wins, consecutive wins, with their homestand in the Patty Center after beating Northwest Nazarene on Thursday. Central Washington held off the Naniks 71-54, powered by GNAC leading scorer Mac McLaughlin's game-high 24 points. The Naniks had 19 turnovers, and it cost them. The Wildcats hit 22 points off the miscues. The Naniks made a run, cutting it to 40-37, but Central scored 11 in a row. And McLaughlin, man, he went off in the second half with 18 points to delay any UAF comeback. Ronnie Baker led the Naniks with 10 points. The Naniks are now in 5th place in the GNAC behind Central and have a 3-game road trip. The last game is at UAA. And the women's team, they also lost this time to number 13 Simon Fraser, 71-55. The Naniks are on a 10-game losing streak. Nano, Raincock, Acunier led all players with 26 points and 16 rebounds for the Clan. The Naniks' Taylor Altenberg got her first double-double of the year with 16 points and 10 boards. The Nooks host Montana State Billings on Thursday. And the Naniks have come back down to earth a bit, the hockey team, after their road trip to Miami and Oxford, Ohio, ended in a sweep. Friday, the Redhawks won 4-1, and on Saturday, a 6-2 win. In Saturday's game, Nick Yaremchuk tied the game at 2-2, but the Redhawks scored 3 unanswered goals to pull away. Miami gets the season sweep of UAF, outscoring the Naniks 19-5. The sweep vaults Miami to number 1, the CCHA. UAF drops to 6th in the conference and 13th in the pairwise rankings. The next series is against Ohio State in the Carlson Center. And it was not a good weekend for the Ice Dogs, who were swept in 3 games by West Division leader Wenatchee Wild. After the Ice Dogs lost the first 2 games, the last went to the limit, but the Wild won in the shootout 4-3. Fairbanks was down 3-2 in the third, but Doug Rose tied it at 3, forcing overtime. The Ice Dogs went scoreless in the shootout, with the game winner going to the Wild on their first chance. Fairbanks is now 6 points back for Wenatchee in the West. The Ice Dogs' next 6 games are against rival Kenai. And one of the biggest sports events of the year started Saturday, the 30th running of the Yukon Quest. The race is shorter this year by 50 miles, which is about 12 hours because part of the route from over American Summit was ruled impassable by race officials because of winds and snow. The detour will be between Dawson and Eagle along the Yukon River. After 3 days of racing, here's the current leaderboard. All veterans in the top 4 checking in at Stepping Stone checkpoint. Lance Mackey is in the top 10 checking in at Pelly Crossing. 3 rookies are bunched up at 10 through 12. Rookie Cody Straith out of Fairbanks is currently in 11th place. And that'll do it for sports tonight. Thanks for rocking with me for a little while. And stay cool, Alaska. Mike Schultz has your full weather forecast coming up next. And we'll catch you next time.